echocardiographer, your work demands a great deal from the muscles of your forearms and hands. These stretches can be done before your day of scanning, at your desk, or after work to help promote recovery. Hi, Maxime. Have a seat. So we're going to do some warm-ups for our wrists. So these would be great to do before your day of scanning to prepare the forearms and wrists for work. You can do them seated or standing. We're going to lace the fingers together and just start with some nice, easy motions. So these can be circles, they can be figure eights. It really doesn't matter. The most important thing is that they're nice and calm and relaxing. Good. And now let's stretch the arms forward, and we're going to flip the pancakes. Check in with your shoulders that they feel nice and relaxed, and see if you can leave the elbows fairly long and just rotate the lower arms. Beautiful. Good. Let's bring the other thumb on top. Great. And back to our winding. Lovely. This can be really freestyle. Take the opportunity to have a lovely deep breath and really relax in the shoulders and the neck. And if you're standing like me, make sure that your toes are pointed forward and you're not sitting into one hip or hyperextending the knees. Great. Let's stretch the arms forward. And again, long arms. You can almost imagine kind of each twist sends your hands a little further forward in front of you. So the hands are really traveling out in space. Lovely. Good. And we can let that go. A little shake. Great. All right, let's move on now to a fascial release. So this one, we're going to be clasping the forearm, and we need to create a fair bit of pressure and friction, but you shouldn't be in pain. So grabbing on, and we're going to rotate the flesh to the outside. So if this is our midline and this is the outside, we're turning out. Great. Now we're going to dip those fingers down and turn them to the outside. Lovely. Can you feel some tension? Yes.
Corkscrew-esque.
Corkscrew-esque. Perfect. So we're creating a bit of resistance with the movement of the hand. That's it. And we can work our way down the forearm as we go. Be careful as you move towards the bottom of the wrist that you're not forcing too much. So it should feel useful, not painful. Great, and now we're just going to reverse the motion. So we're going to grab the flesh and twist towards the inside, and the fingers twist towards the inside. Great. And again, we can always check on the shoulders, making sure we haven't tensed up, we're not locking in the neck. So 5 to 10 passes is usually good. Great, let's let that free. And just move the wrists around. How does that left arm feel now? Lovely. So let's go ahead and do the right arm. We're going to twist the flesh towards the outside and the fingers dip down and turn towards the outside. Beautiful. And just go ahead, follow your own rhythm. Lovely. And we'll do 5 to 10 little inputs here. If you're on your feet like me when you're doing this, try to remember not to lock the knees or sit in one hip. We want to have our feet underneath us. Let's switch to the other direction now. We want to work all the way from the really big fleshy part down. Excellent. And to the inside. And whether your hands on top or fingers on top or thumbs on top, both work just fine. Move between what feels most comfortable for you. Excellent. All right, well done. All right, for the next piece, come on up to standing. So we're going to use the couch here. It's important that you've got some padding. So if you are using your desk, fold up your jumper or put something a bit squishy underneath your hands. All right, so we're going to start with the palms out, thumbs out, and then just dropping the fingers onto the couch and letting the heel of the hand move forward. With your shoulders over your hands, this is going to be easier. To make it a little more challenging, we can start to move the body backwards. You can just take a little step back with one foot And how's that feeling up the forearms here? Quite tight, she says. Good, now if that's becoming a bit intense, feel free to drop the fingers off the back of the couch, and that will take some of the pressure off the tendons in the hands and allow you to more fully open through the forearms. Good. Feels good, huh? Yeah. Lovely. All right, coming gently out, always taking it nice and slow. Beautiful. And now we need to do the other side. So we're going to bring the back of the hand towards the table. And again, if you find this too intense, you can always create a bit of lift. So the fingers are dropping down below the wrist to take some of the pressure off. Elbows just gentle. They don't need to be forced really straight, but they won't work nicely bent. So we need a nice long arm. Lovely. Rocking back. Good. And again, coming gently and slowly out of the stretch. And a little shake. Great work.